What's going on, guys? Today we're taking a look at another streaming box that's going to help you save hundreds on your cable bill. This is called the SlingBox S5 Max, and it's the newest edition that gives you a lot of great options when it comes to TV viewing. So let's go ahead and check this out together, and if you're interested in picking it up, I'll leave some links down in my description below. And while you're down there, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, or even just share this video with a buddy of yours. But let's go ahead, open up the SlingTV box and see what it's all about. Now, as always, guys, there's a bunch of different Android TV boxes out there, and there's different ones for different needs. There's ones that are built for gaming, which this box is not. There's some that are built for streaming services, those commercial streaming services like Netflix, Disney Plus, Prime Video, or anything like that. Again, this box is not going to be that type of player. This, again, is going to be the SlingTV S5 Max. It's a great way to watch all of your favorite shows without breaking the bank. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the features of the S5 Max here. So if we take a look at the side, you do get two USB ports. Now this is going to be great if you wanted to plug in something simple like a mouse or maybe even a keyboard or something like that. These are not super high-fast USB ports, so just keep that in mind when it comes to peripherals. You also do have an SD card there. Now I love the fact that this is charged with USB-C. It just makes it really simple and easy for a lot of people to get power to this device. And quite honestly, I think USB-C should be the standard for all of these multimedia players. You have a gigabit LAN port right on the back. This does support Wi-Fi 6. And of course, there's your HDMI port, as well as an AV port as well. A couple other facts about it. The Android system is Android 12, so you can still sideload your favorite applications onto the S5 Max here. The processor is a quad-core ARM Cortex A53 with the Mali G31 MP2 GPU. Now, as far as RAM, you get 4 GB of RAM and 128 GB of storage. Wi-Fi 6 again is supported, gigabit LAN, Bluetooth 5.2, and for that video decoder, it's H.265 at 6K capable, 60 frames a second. Let's not get crazy about all of the Ks out there. This is not going to be a super powerful box for all of your decoding of Dolby Vision, Dolby Audio, Atmos, anything like that. Again, we're going to keep it simple with this review and go over what this player was intended to be, and that's going to be to provide you with all of your favorite TV shows. So let's get into it, plug it in, and see what it's all about. And here's the remote control, guys. Now the remote control is going to be a infrared remote control only. This is not a Bluetooth remote control. I kind of wish that it was Bluetooth, but hey, it is what it is. Controls, again, pretty clicky. You can hear the clicks on each of these buttons here. Nothing fancy when it comes to the remote control, but it will get the job done. I just want to give you a disclaimer that I always give on these reviews. This is a SlingTV box. It's intended to give you live TV and video on demand. This is not going to be a gamer's box. This is not going to be a box where you install Netflix, Disney Plus, or any of those commercial streaming applications. They are not going to work on it. No matter how many workarounds you try, they're not going to be able to play your favorite shows at full high quality. So for those of you that want to buy this and still pay for Netflix and still pay for Disney Plus and still pay for this and pay for that, you're just doing it wrong. Again, if you're still confused, the comment section is going to be your best buddy. But these are the applications that you can install on the SlingTV box right out of the gate. And I always recommend a VPN with these boxes. It's just something I always do. I always put them behind the VPN. And NordVPN is going to be one of those services that I actually really recommend. But let's go back and let's go ahead and check out what the SlingTV box can actually do. Now the home screen is where you can set up your live TV, your video on demand. And then at the bottom you can add your favorite applications here just for quicker access, if you will. So if I show you here, again, let's just go to NordVPN. I want to add NordVPN, and I also want to add Kodi, because Kodi is going to be a really nice companion for any Android box, if you ask me. So again, you have these quick shortcuts right at the bottom. But let's go ahead and take a look at the TV option, because that's something that a lot of people are buying these SlingTV boxes for. So let's just go ahead and click on My TV.
Sergeant. And they paid Dad's claim super fast after that scary thunder.
Gotta make this play work for me.
USAA membership, always the smart play. Become a member today.
Now that we've waited patiently, you can see everything's loaded up and it's organized in different categories here. Now, if you want to get the EPG guide, you do have to scroll on over and click on the specific channel that you're looking at, and then it's going to give you what's playing now, and then it's going to give you that EPG guide for the future. So let's just go ahead and quickly switch over to show you guys how quick it does switch over. Now, in terms of quality, you're not going to get 4K channels. Most of them are 720, 1080 if you're really lucky, but occasionally there will be higher quality channels. Just don't expect that. Again, 720, 1080 is definitely more than enjoyable when it comes to your TV programming here, and everything loads rather quickly as well. So if we just switch on over, let's go ahead, and you see this one says UHD, but this really is not going to be UHD. Switching over to a different program, the quality is really good, and it does switch over very, very quickly. In terms of uptime, everything has been up and running without any issue. I've never had an instance where it was down for too long. Sometimes it buffers, sometimes it does lose the channel, and you just have to reconnect to it. But those instances are pretty rare. I'd say the uptime is about 98 percentile, so you're definitely getting a very high quality box that's going to be super reliable for game day. Now, speaking of game day, you do have all of your sports channels. You do have a lot of different options when it comes to sports. So no matter what your sports preferences are, you can always find something to watch on this SlingTV box here. Now let's just go back, and I want to just kind of show you all the different categories that you have. So there are some Latin channels, there are some US channels. Again, everything is very well organized. Everything is definitely well organized when it comes to a multitude of channels, and you don't have to scroll and look for days and days. But let's just go ahead. We do have international channels as well. So again, this is an international streaming box. And for all the channel lists, I will leave a link down in my description below. It's just impossible for me to go over every single channel, every single country. But let's just go ahead and stop on French General and see how this loads and see what the quality is for the international channels. So again, really good quality. Everything loads up really nicely. No issues when it comes to international channels here. And let's go down. If you wanted to favorite a channel, just to make it easier to get to, you could go ahead and favorite it.
What? There's no strawberry pie today?
This is so embarrassing. We ran out of pie. You're back.
You also do have a lot of local channels as well. So if we go to Fox, you can see for all your different states. There's a whole bunch of regional channels here that you can get. If we go back to My Favorites, this is where you can put all of your favorite channels and just make it a lot easier to connect to. Quite honestly, we probably only watch a handful of channels at any given time, probably about 10, I would say. And again, it's really simple. And I can just click on one, see what's playing. Let's take a look at some of the video on demand options that we have here. So clicking on My VOD, again, it's that same My TV, My VOD suite of applications. This is where you're going to be able to watch your favorite TV shows and your movies. And it's a good option, again. It's going to give you all of the popular movies that are out there. And you can also see by the popular networks at the bottom. You're going to get your trending shows and movies right at the top. Any of the new shows are going to be right at the top here, and I definitely like this. It just gives you an idea of what's new in case you've missed it, in case you're not following what's new in the TV world. And if we just click play, let's go ahead and see what the quality's like and see how fast it's going to start playing. You can see right now you have a couple options at the bottom. If you wanted to change the server, you could go ahead and change the server. And the quality is 1080p here, so you can see that it says 1080 for the quality. And you can turn on closed captioning. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You can change the speed as well, so if you wanted to just watch it a little faster, you could go ahead and do that. I'm just going to play this very quickly. Let's see how this does with a little bit of a fast forward. It also catches up really quickly when you do a quick fast forward. Now I'm just going to exit out of this just because, well, you guys know why. But I do like the My VOD application, and it also has popular networks at the bottom. So let's just go ahead and click on one, and you'll be able to see all of the shows from a specific network. So you can see all those popular shows right there. If we go to maybe Prime Video, you'll be able to see the same ones. Dark Wolf is an excellent show in my opinion, guys. Let's go ahead and check out one more. This is Viva TV. Again, it's going to be the same thing when it comes to your TV and movie options. So if you take a look at all of them right here, it is categorized very nicely by the different studios. So let me just go ahead and scroll down again. Just about everything is here. And there's also a search function if you wanted to search for it. You can see at the top it does say search. The only thing I do want to suggest to you guys is buy yourself a USB remote control. This remote control that they have here it's not giving me a premium feeling. It's not really all that enjoyable if you ask me. It's very clicky. It's just very cheap feeling. You can get some decent options, and I'll leave some links down there in my description as well. But this remote control has given me a little bit of pause when it comes to using this device. So Slingbox, if you're out there listening, definitely give us a better remote control. I mean, infrared only is definitely outdated. You need to step up your game when it comes to remote control. Bluetooth is the way to go. But anyway, let's just go ahead and take a look. Press on play. You can see the difference when it comes to Viva TV versus the My VOD option. This is going to allow you to choose the quality. So if there is a higher quality available, you will see it here. And let's just give this a little bit of a second and see if we get any 4K goodness from it. Most of the times though, I really haven't seen 4K. You can see 1080 is probably the best we're going to get. So I'm just going to click on it. As I mentioned before, mostly it's 1080p. It's not really a 4K type of player, but you can install Kodi once again, and you can get your 4K content that way. Now again, these boxes don't have the latest codecs. They're not going to give you all of the high quality audio codecs either, so just keep that in mind if you are that type of audiophile. That's it when it comes to the live TV and VOD features on the SlingTV box. So this has been a look at the S5 Max from SlingTV, and it's a great player for those of you that are looking to cut down and looking to shave some extra coin off of those monthly bills that come in. I think this is an excellent player. I would only suggest that maybe you get a different type of remote control. Use one of those USB ports and get a universal remote. I'll throw some recommendations down there as well. But in terms of multimedia watching and keeping things simple, I'd say the S5 Max does a good job. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. Really appreciate you watching. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I will catch you in another video.